Pay uses a radio that's called near field communications. So that's one of the security features is you have to get the phone very close to the cash register reader in order to do the phone. Usually you'll have a second level of security so you don't mistakenly pay. But this is one of the other radios that's on the phone is the near field communication chip. This is just an example of Google Pay. It uses biometric security. Apple used to have that with the touch the button and it will recognize your fingerprint. Nowadays, Apple uses the facial scan in order to make sure that it's you that's doing the paying. So this is just some of the symbols that you'll see when we do the paying. You click on this when you're ready to pay. I've made it much larger here. Here's the different ways that you can pay. Pay with contactless, like at a coffee shop. You could send money to people and track spending. Notice this is a little, for young people, they view this screen as a whole. People like us of our generation read it left to right, top to bottom, whereas the young person will see the whole screen as a whole, the entire screen as a complete item. We see it differently than they do. Again, near field communication chip. And notice here are the types of devices that will accept near field communication. This is called, when you put your chip card in, it's called DIP, D-I-P. You know, you have the credit card with a chip on it, you dip it in, or you can tap. They'll call it tap. This is another cash register, and you put it just right up there at the top of this part of this reader. They have this at Rogue Roasters coffee shop, and it took me about 3 times to figure it out. And instead of a credit card, you can put your phone near that particular location. And here I'm going to show this is not the best of videos, but I'll show it. I'm going to stop the share for a second, start the share, and put the sound on, which I forgot to do. Now I'll do this. Let's see if we can. I'm going to make a short video of a transaction at a coffee shop with Google Pay. First off, I choose the Google Pay app and locate in the store where the device is where I place my phone. I place it near the top of the square device, and notice how it reads it with near field communications. Next, I'm going to use Google Message to look up my receipt and leave an evaluation for the store itself. Good idea, so that they'll improve their service. So I moved on just very quickly from that one there. And that was not the best example, but what I'd like to show, if I could, let's see if I'm going to stop and give you a much better perspective on the paying device. This is a device that you will see in a store. This is the device that will read your phone. This is the device where I'm indicating you owe me some money, and it preps this device. Now I'm going to run this and see if it comes up. I just made this one not too long ago.
What you see before is a square payment system, will receive payments. This one you can plug in the credit card right there. Or notice the symbol. This symbol right here indicates that you can do contactless payments. And I'm going to use my Android phone to make a payment. So let's see if I can't begin, and let's do a $5 payment to this company. And I'm going to add that payment and review the sale and charge. Now, okay, now watch. Can you see the light that shows up there? That means it's ready to receive payments. And now I'm going to bring my phone up real close. Let's see if I can and begin the payment process. And it will process the payments, and then it's done. That I have just paid. I'll send a receipt to myself, and it's sent. So that is just a very quick view of how it looks from the contactless payment side of the equation.
Process by which an electronic payment occurred. And if you again remember Jimmy's 6th rule of technology, the first time you do it, you're gonna not get it right. The 5th time you do it, you'll say, oh, I kind of understand this. And the 100th time you do it, it's second nature. One of the things that I noticed on the Google, they are in the middle of improving that app, the Google Pay. It's also called Google Wallet. I noticed that error. Again, these slides were from a while ago, but they now are using Google Wallet for these things. Now let's go back to the slides here. What I want to do is to add a credit card to Google Pay or Google Wallet. Is all you really need to do is snap a picture of it, and it puts in most of the information. So I click this add a credit card or a debit card, then it goes up there and adds it, and then you take a picture, or excuse me, add a card, add a debit card or a credit card, and then I had to let's see here. And then it basically you add it and it takes a picture of your card. I will try to go through this on my phone here to show you how you add a credit card. Just as a clue, this credit card is from my first teaching job in the 1970s. It's a very small volume, very small, what do they call it? Limit credit card. so that if I make a mistake, I'm not going to screw up real bad, like $10,000. It'll be a smaller amount. And then also within Google Pay, you can monitor a lot of these things, which I never really did that much. I do it on Apple. You can store money on your phone so that you can send it to people via Google Pay. You can monitor where your money goes. I'm a little leery of giving Google my bank login information. I'm just not going to do that, just for security. This is the process of me adding. So I went to wallet. This is actually, I think, the pay process. Or no, let's see here. Add a card. So this is adding. Now, oh, this blanked it out because this is actually, I take the picture of the numbers of my credit card, and it automatically then contacts my bank. It goes through the whole process of notification. This is legally what's required. And then boom, it added this debit card that I have with the Cash app. And now I can make a payment. I think I go through that here? I might. So it actually put it into the Google system. And it actually again will prevent my getting a picture of my finger. So that's again I paid $5 again to that vendor that I've got in there. I'm not so sure, was that at all valuable to people there? The adding, it just takes a photo. When you say add a credit card, it takes a picture of your credit card, and then it absorbs all of the number information into the phone. That's and then it contacts your issuer, your bank or your credit union, so that they know, let's do it, and you have to approve it. So that is contactless payment. Young people in college, under 40 years old, this is all that they pay with. They take their phones and they don't have much cash. And most vendors now will have some kind of contactless payment system. I do not use my main credit union accounts. I use my secondary from university. I have a USC, University of Southern California credit union account that I use mostly for this thing. I do not use my primary accounts. That I want to emphasize. Use a secondary